Okay, there we go. Now it's time for this. Jeez, stay on top of things. God, just read my mind. Awesome, I like this thing. It's beautiful. Actually, I was going for my notes over here. Do you guys know where my notes are? Back over here. So, in case you guys haven't figured it out yet, tonight we were talking about being bulletproof. Do you guys know what bulletproof is? It's what Kyle wishes he was in Call of Duty. No, actually, he got some really sweet shots. Yes, Jake.
It's where the temptations in...
Are we talking about the band again?
No, no.
Okay.
It's where the temptations of drugs and drinking do not affect you.
That's a good take on it, dude. Well, I should be talking about that here in a few weeks. What the Bulletproof is going to be a series I'm going to be talking about right now, because how many of you guys are living right now? Should have a couple hands up right now. It's good. You know what I'm noticing since school started again? Hey, it's good to see you, dude, by the way. It's been a while. I missed you, man. Yeah, there we go. So, you know, as we're living, I'm noticing that you guys are back in school, a little bit more participation. You guys are, less zombified. You're like, it's that school lunch. I know what it is. They're lacing it with drugs to make you guys a little bit more alert. I need to get some of that school pizza again. So, as you're going through life, as you guys are living, you're not dead yet, which is a good thing. You're going to be experiencing life, and you know that what happens in life, sometimes bad things happen in life. And what I'm going to be talking about with Bulletproof is I'm going to be talking about a few of the things that I have learned in the few years that I've been around, about things that I've learned from other people, in which you can start to bulletproof your life. I mean, right now, as I am right now, as a human, flesh and blood, I am not bulletproof. If someone were to drive by or something and fire a few rounds at me, they would probably penetrate. It'd hurt a little bit. I'd be like, ah, ah, ah. It'd sting a little bit. But there are things that I can do to prepare myself if such a situation were to arise. It's like a soldier going out to the battlefield or a police officer getting ready for duty. What do? They start putting on armor. They start putting on things that will make them bulletproof to protect them. Because they're not expecting bad things to happen. They're not looking forward to bad things happen. But they know that bad things can happen. So what they're going to do is they're going to prepare. Because, I mean, if you're a police officer in line of duties where there's a lot of violence going on, like over in Flint or Saginaw or anything, if you're going out on duty, you'd be kind of stupid not to wear your bulletproof vest, wouldn't you? If you know that you're going to go going into a hot zone where there's firearms, where there's a lot of violence, and you're like, well, I think it's just a beautiful, gorgeous day outside, so I'm just going to leave my bulletproof vest behind. And you know what? Instead of taking a squad car with the bulletproof glass and then the armor plating in there, I'm just going to take my Pinto to work. You think that would just be a little stupid? It's the same thing in our own lives. Wouldn't it be just a tiny little stupid? Just a tiny little stupid. It's just like all of my little stupid friends sitting right here. Just a tiny little stupid. But it would be just as stupid for us to go through our own lives in the face of life that you guys are in right now in the teen years, to go through your life with the idea of, I'm invincible already. There's no reason why I need to prepare. There's no reason why I need to get ready. There's nothing that I need to do because I've already got everything figured out. I'm already bulletproof. And that's like walking outside naked out into a battlefield. What you guys need to do is you need to prepare, you need to get ready, and that's what we're going to be doing over the next few weeks here. Our series is called Bulletproof. As you can see right here, they prepared us a little bit, but still some shots are getting through. So these are going to be the first steps of you guys preparing yourselves, starting to bulletproof your lives, so that when stuff happens to you, it's not going to be a thing of where your world just falls apart and disintegrates in front of your eyes. It's going to be a thing where when bad things happen to you, like in this situation, in the party situation, the drama team was. Nate was up here, he got into a party situation right here. If he would have been prepared for that situation, like my friend Jonathan over here, if he would have been prepared, he wouldn't have been drawn into the temptations of that scene there. Jonathan was cool about it. He was nice, and he knew exactly where he was standing, and he had already made the decisions. He had bulletproofed his life right there when they were taking shots at him, saying, okay, what can the temptation can get him with? He was prepared for that, and so he didn't fall into that sin. But now, how many of you have ever worked on any type of construction at all? Anybody in here? Okay. Now, most of you guys will understand this concept. What is the most important part of a structure? Foundation. Why? Because everything is built on the foundation, right? Okay, this is what we're going to be talking about tonight. Tonight is going to be the groundwork, the framework for everything I'm going to be talking about for the next few weeks. Tonight we're going to be talking specifically about foundation and the importance of it. Tonight I'm not going to go in depth as to how to build your own foundation yet. I'm not going to go into depth on the different blocks that should go into your foundation, because those are going to be the weeks that are coming up. Tonight I'm going to focus solely on the fact that you need a foundation in the general framework of what it should be and the importance of it. Because honestly, until you guys get a realization in your mind of how important it is to have a solid foundation that you're building your life off of, it won't have any value to you. And so when it comes to actually building a foundation in your life, you probably won't choose to do anything to get ready for building a foundation because you're just like, it's not that important. But I mean, it's like, okay, different types of foundation that they have. I remember working on a house. This is great. This one, it had a crawl space. It was a wooden foundation. And we started in, was it November is when we started? We started this foundation work. What we did is we start digging out the area where we're going to put the foundation on. We'll start putting it down into the ground. And then we get pea stone after we level that out, and we start leveling out the pea stone. And we got starting to level out. Me and my dad were just going to town on this stuff. It was a great bonding experience for both of us, working out in freezing temperatures together. Leveling out this stone, we're getting ready for the foundation, setting the groundwork for the foundation. We thought, you know what, we've been working pretty hard today, we're going to take a break. So we came out the next day. Guess what happened? The stone froze. The night before, when we were going out, smoothing out all this stone, getting the groundwork set, everything was very easy because we were early in the process. We started smoothing out all the stone, and it was just easy. Because, I mean, have you ever gone to like a playground where they have the stones there, and you can just kind of push the stones around really easily? And you guys know what I'm talking about? It was like that, little tiny pea stone. But we let it set overnight. We decided, okay, we're going to take a break. We'll come back to this later. And it froze. And so something that, it was very easy to work with at first, and early in the process, we waited. We waited, and then it was very difficult after that, wasn't it? We had to go out there and we were chipping at this stone, trying to do something that should have been very easy, but because we put it off, it became very difficult. Right now, in this stage of your guys' lives, you guys are in the teenage years, right? Right here. Most of you, it's like, teenage years. Woo! I remember those days like they were last year. Right now, the phase of life that you guys are in is crucial. Because right now, you guys are setting your own foundations, whether you know it or not. But what kind of foundations are you guys setting in your own lives? Are you setting up a solid foundation that as you go through life, you're going to have a solid platform to work from? Something that when something bad happens, it's just going to shake your life just a little bit, but not enough to make your structure fall. Or are you setting up a very shallow foundation that's not going to be able to hold up against anything? Is it going to be something to where you're, this very, very weak foundation, and then as soon as something happens, that foundation is going to crumble and give out beneath your life, your structure? Right now, are you starting to build your own foundation? I just need you guys to keep the conversation down, please. Right now, are you working on your foundation, and you're laying the groundwork right now, and you're just kind of thinking, you know what, there's some important stuff that I need to do, but I can get back to it later. I'm a teenager, I've got lots of time. Has anybody ever had that line given to you by an adult before? Don't worry about it, you got lots of time. I've had that several times. You're just like, don't worry about it, you're only a teenager. I'm not saying you should worry about it, but you can still plan for it. Start planning right now. Start laying out that foundation, because right now everything is set. It's very easy for you to set a proper foundation right now in your lives. But if you put it off, it'll become very difficult. Just like the experience that my dad and I had, and everything froze over. Those were some happy memories. But a few of the different areas that we're going to be talking about here that should be going into your foundation, as far as when we be talking about the Bulletproof series, and we'll be talking about morals for you guys, values and truth. How you react to hardship, your view of love. That'll be a fun night. We're going to be talking about self-esteem. Has anybody ever deal with self-esteem issues before? I used to deal with that a lot. I think that's just a normal thing in teenage years. You're going to be dealing with your self-esteem because you're finding out who you really are there. We're going to talk about your relationship with God and also your dreams and visions. Those are the things that we're going to be talking about that you should be considering as far as, okay, what's going into my foundation right now? Your foundation is going to be